Now I'd like to call upon Mr. Manish Dikshit, my able colleague and friend, who will speak about urban homes in his presentation.
Good morning, everyone. I had by-hearted to say good morning because it was supposed to be at 11 in the morning, but good afternoon again. Can I hear good afternoon from all of you? Okay, so today I'm not going to be speaking about architecture or design. I'm going to speak about sociology, psychology, history, geography, everything else except for architecture and design. Because I think that's a key role and that's a key feature for everyone in the design fraternity. So this is an image about something we always call as a dream home. As in anyone whoever in a urban town like Bombay, Singapore, Tokyo, or New York always dreams about a house which is with nature around it. You sit in a balcony and enjoy a cup of coffee, wine, beer, whiskey, whatever you love to do. But this is something we have always dreamt about, and our clients, of course. So today I am talking in perspective of a client who generally wishes to have these kind of surroundings when they want to have their dream home. Unfortunately, this is what they get. But this is the way the developed cities around the world they have evolved around with the packed, compact matchbox houses. And it's not that it's a need of time. And we as architects, we have developed these kind of situations where we try to incorporate as much as possible aesthetic sense to these kind of buildings. This is so all my slides are just talking about a question that we all need to raise to ourselves. Is this what we call as luxury? Because in a place like Bombay today, having a balcony with a view or a balcony with a terrace garden there, that's what we call as a luxury. Is this really what luxury is all about? Is it not beyond something? I mean, sorry. Is it beyond that we need to evolve and try to think what we need to give to our end users? So this is a typical plan that most of us probably sitting here would have realized. The plan that we get from most of our clients as an architect as well. This is what we need to create, or this is the best we can create because of the constrained spaces we have around us, and with the FSI usage, our builders are going to be unhappy if we don't do this. So one of the key point, okay, I'm sorry, I was supposed to speak for 15 minutes. I'm going to cut it short down for 5 to 7 minutes. It's the same thing, but just I'm not trying to elaborate too much. I think most of us here, you will have something to think about once I finish the whole presentation as well. So what I'm trying to express by this slide is we all need to evolve ourselves in terms of how we lead our life today, with the way we live in our dwellings, the way we interact with ourselves and the surrounding. So unfortunately, our clients today, they are not thinking the same way, and they have been dreaming about that same dream house with the maximum storage that they all expect us to do, and not delete anything that they had in their mind and expect us as architects and interior designers to give them the best out of it. But I think we as a design organization, I mean design fraternity, we need to be thinking and giving them a solution and explain to them they're not going to get whatever they want or whatever they expected, and they need to evolve themselves. So this is the slide which is speaking about that. So typical house, when I talk to one of my client, any of my client, the first thing they tell me is maximum storage. So I cannot fill up all the walls with every possible type of storage, of course, but we need to also express to them, please understand, even the fashion industry for that matter, there is something called as fast fashion. What is fast fashion? You buy something, use it for a year, throw it off. You cannot wash those clothes for more than 20 times how we used to do it when we were kids, and pass it on to the next generation. So today you have a situation where you need to get rid of certain things. Similarly, when it comes to a house, I'm only talking about the interior concept right now. So when it comes to a house today, we need to adapt ourselves and try to delete things which we don't need. So this brings us to the next point of, is a compact home is a really a right product for all of us. But talking about a compact home, we need to also educate our clients that what a compact home is about. You cannot have everything in the world in that small space. So end of the day, we are stuck with this two wall which is 5 feet apart from our hand, and we expect that we need to fill in everything. For example, today you have a compact home which is a 4-bedroom house in Bombay. which probably cannot accommodate even a 6-seater dining table. And if you apparently try to fit in that 6-seater dining table, you don't have space for the living room. So is minimalism is the answer for everything. So I think one of the amazing episode which I saw on Netflix recently was minimalism. I hope, or if you are not seen, I think most of you should see that. It talks about it's not a radical way of thinking, but I think it's a need for our. Do we need everything that we own today, or we can get rid of some things which is just redundant, it's just kept in one of our storage spaces. So this was a amazing example which I tell all my clients. Probably some of you would have heard me when I speak in any of my earlier lecture. So I had this situation where it was a joint family, a 5-bedroom apartment in Bombay, and they had a loft, mezzanine loft in their toilet. So the first thing I did was broke it down and try to give the toilet maximum height possible, typically 9 feet height what you get. So the ladies of the house, they objected and they said, no, they need that storage. I asked them why, because that's where all the important things are stored. So when I broke it down, I found a cycle, which was something nobody knew. How did the cycle come to the house? So it seems around 15 years ago, when the Dhoolwala Bhaiya did not deliver on time, the grandmother of the house, she was so pissed off, she took his cycle and dumped it there. So for 15 years, nobody even saw that cycle. So imagine that. So that was a lucky thing for me. I could explain to the client and they didn't understand. I cannot give the cycle example to my other clients after that, unfortunately. So when it comes to minimalism today, unfortunately, with the way our human psychology is working, when we go to we don't have the kirana ka dukan anymore where I can go and buy a 1 kilo of sugar packet. I need to go to Reliance Mart or some of those food courts today. So even if I want to buy a 1 kilo of sugar, I end up buying 10 other things, and end of the day, I'll probably even forget to buy that packet of sugar. So this is something which is also getting evolved in a human psychology today when it comes to our home interior. So everybody that we have dealt with, I think all of you will probably agree, everybody we have dealt with, they also have a sister, a brother, a mother-in-law, a neighbor, the best friend, the boyfriend, blah, blah, blah. All of them have gone through a situation where they have seen someone else's house and they expect us to give the same thing to them. I can see with a smile around here that most of you will agree that they have gone through the similar phase, and how do we stop doing that? So I think we need to have an orientation session with all our clients where we educate them what you need and not what others around you, they want you to own. So similar thing what we need today is, need is becoming necessity and it is becoming a luxury. So do you really need that BMW, which everybody has it and that's your dream in your life? So this is a case study of, I'm not promoting myself, but this is a case study of one of my project, and this is a project of my partner. So this is a 2-bedroom house, which is a very compact house in Bombay terms. Not in Bombay terms, I think worldwide terms also. But so 2-bedroom apartment where I could fight with him because, of course, he does not have anywhere else to go. But his wife, it was difficult task where I had to express and make her understand, get rid of things which you don't want and use exactly what you need. So it's easy to adapt and try to roll over to the future. So we got rid of a lot of common walls which were technically of not any use. The only point of those walls is because we want to have 2 bedrooms in the house. So this was the final output of that small apartment which had a 2-bedroom house. In spite of the 2-bedroom house, we as designers, we have an opportunity to make them look big, luxurious, at the same time design oriented. So this is the 2nd bedroom with a bathroom which is not attached to the room. So we got rid of the intermediate walls that you see around there. So the wall between the bedroom number 5 and the 1 number is the living room. So we got rid of the walls and let the columns be as it is. Of course, I don't like to touch the column. Nobody does. So the walls were broken down and we got maximum storage for his daughter. And the one part of the wall which is facing the passage in the house, it was given as children's storage for the toys and books, extra activity that you need, which we cannot avoid. You know, I do understand there are things that today we can avoid and which we cannot. So understanding and picking up the right cue from the client as per their requirement is the need of the hour. So yeah, again, living room, typical Bombay house, which is 9¼ feet height. So elements like a vertical element, how it enhances the visual appeal of the height of the house with because being my partner and architect, we did not need a fall ceiling there. So we could convince him that let's keep it raw. So let it look like an architect's house. So this is the last slide where I'm trying to give you an example about a Mini Cooper, how it being a luxurious car, compact car, expensive, at the same time, it's a need of an hour. So compactness is what we all need. So also, I'm not the car dealer as I'm expressing here. Thank you.